everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for a book that came out a little while ago, actually. This came out last month in June 1st of 2022. I'm going to be talking about NewThink #1 by artists, writers, and artisans, AWA Upshot. We've done a few AWA reviews, and issue 2 came out this past week, so I wanted to talk about that. But since we didn't do a review for #1, I went back and read it, and I really enjoyed the issue, so I wanted to just make a quick video about it. We'll also have a video for NewThink #2. Stay tuned on the channel for that. So let's take a look at the creator team, and then we'll talk more about this book. NewThink is written by Gregg Hurwitz, with art by Mike Deodato Jr., colors by Loughrigdge, and letters by Andworld design. Really cool cover by Rahzzah. I hope I pronounced all that stuff correctly. But yeah, this book was a fun surprise. Let me tell you the premise here. This Black Mirror style anthology examines a rapid proliferating of technology, the cultural and political polarization of the country, and the technocrats that have driven us to such extremes of thought that we need to present them as something futuristic. So yeah, this is very much in the style of Black Mirror. Each issue is a standalone read with a rotating cast of artists. So they're all written by the same creator. But yeah, it's really cool to have Mike Deodato on the first one. We just did a review for Absolution #1, and we reviewed other stuff, talked about other stuff from Mike Deodato. Really enjoy the art. So in this specific issue, what if screens, known as screens, spelled with a K, had a plan to take over humanity from the start? NewThink #1 tracks the biggest technological development in history as the screens slowly take over every aspect of life. So yeah, this one was a lot of fun. I did not know what to expect. So let's go take a look at the art. So we have here just a quick establishing flashback shot, and I think Deodato is really good at giving us exposition here. With this type of paneling, we see the Earth. We kind of get an idea of what's going on. We see the technological improvements as time goes on, right? When screens become a little bit more prolific. I think what this issue did that was really fun was that it gave the screens almost like a sentience, like if they were an invading species or something like that. Definitely not a trait that I hope technology has. Most of us spend, I don't know, 50 to 90% of our days in front of screens. Every Sunday morning, I wake up and I get a screen time report from my devices. So yeah, really, really interesting stuff. Let's go back to the art. So here we can see just as technology evolved, and more screens became available for the public. I also love the paneling here. I think Deodato does a very smart thing of putting everything in like these little screens almost, right? And we see here like I said, technology evolving. So it's a very narrative heavy issue. We don't really have per se a conflict or an actual story. This is just more about the evolution of how things are happening. I really love how we get to more of a modern age, and of course we see some things that look familiar, right? Like this pair phone, stuff like that. You know, people running around with them, using them in their cars. They call these baby screens, which are the phones. So really interesting stuff. And then going all the way to having screens implanted into human beings, some kind of hybrid. So definitely taking all this stuff to its extremist point, or maybe what we think could be the extreme. Really, really fun stuff. Yeah, so I really enjoyed this issue. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm a big I really enjoy what do you call them, like anthology style books that are like this, because you can kind of jump in and out. If you don't appreciate one story, you could just move on to the next one. You have a different artist as well on every issue, so that's really cool. And I think AWA has been just having some really fun, interesting comics that are a little bit different, definitely way different than what I'm used to reading from the big two, all the superhero stuff. So always fun to check out indie comics around. I'm gonna leave you with a look at the cover. I really love that whole Adam and Eve Forbidden Apple thing on a screen. Just a really fun composition. But as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Sundays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned because we have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. And as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.